Hello, welcome to today's Mindful Joy and Wellness, where we're going to do some hip openers to just stretch out those hips. I wanted to share a verse I was thinking about from Deuteronomy 7, verse 9. Therefore, know without any doubt and understand that the Lord your God, He is God, the faithful God, who is keeping His covenant and His steadfast loving kindness to 1,000 generations with those who love Him and keep His commandments. That one sticks out to me because of that hesed love, that loving kindness is something I've been reading about recently and just really enjoying meditating in that loving kindness. Well, let's start out with our breathing. Inhaling up. Exhaling expansively. Inhaling. Exhaling gently. Last big inhale. And exhale. Good. Well, this one has a lot of core work to it, so hopefully you're ready to work that core. We're going to come directly down into that downward facing dog. So just gently stepping those feet back, pressing through the hands, gently rocking your heels up and down, finding some length through the back of those calves. We can come up onto our tiptoes, strengthening those toes, and then gently pressing those heels into the earth as we press the hands away from us. Finding our downward dog here. And now adding in our core work, we're going to inhale that leg up to the sky, bring it up to our nose, send it back, bring it over to the left elbow, and back to the right elbow, and back. Bring it into the nose and hover for a moment. Good. Very good. Now we're going to step it all the way through. So if you'd like to step it through into your lunge, drop that back heel down to the earth. This is a good opportunity to use your blocks if you like. You can use those to press into the earth. You can use them on the tall function, the medium function, or the short function, just finding that length through the back of the leg. Hopefully you can pay attention and notice, how does that calf feel? How does that hip feel? How does the back of my leg feel? And then we're dropping that back knee down to the earth, sending those hips away from us. You can bring your blocks with us. As you're extending that right leg, you're getting a nice long hamstring stretch in here. You can walk those fingers forward if that feels better to you, or you can use your blocks for support. And then if you like rocking, you can rock back and forth from runner's lunge to hamstring stretch, just noticing how that affects the backs of the hips, how that affects your hamstrings. Notice where it feels good. Maybe you want to pause there a little bit and say, that's feeling really nice. Good. When you're ready, meet me back into our 90-90. So we have 90 degrees with this foot and ankle, and this 90 degrees with this knee, and we're inhaling, arms up to the sky. Exhaling, dropping that left arm to the ground, reaching over to the side, getting a nice side body stretch in here through the side of the hip. Exhale back up. Good. Now you can either use your blocks here to press yourself up if you want to come up into that lunge, or if you want to use that core strength, you can use your hands and press through as you lift up that back knee, just pressing that knee away, finding your balance here, and then inhaling those arms up to the sky. You can do a slight backward bend if you like. A little bit of a crescent lunge here. Good. And then exhale down. Good. We're going to add a little balance challenge here. So inhale that left arm all the way behind you. Good. Use that core. Tighten up the belly. Engage through the legs. And close. Inhale, right arm behind you. Find that strength. Engaging through the legs. And closing. Great work. We're going to take those hands now down to the earth and step that right foot back to its partner so that both feet are back in downward facing dog, gently pedaling those feet, finding your length, finding your strength. Inhale that left leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. Exhale. Inhale that knee up to the nose. Exhale back. Inhale to left elbow. Exhale back. Inhale to right elbow. Exhale back. Inhale and hover. Exhale. Now inhale it all the way between those front two hands, using your blocks here if you like, to press through the earth or coming down to the ground if that feels better for you. Good. Just finding that nice long length behind you. Great. Now we're dropping that back knee, sending the hips back and extending this leg forward. You can use your blocks here again if you like for support. Just gently pressing into them or walking the fingers forward, getting that nice long stretch through the back of the hamstring here. And if you like rocking, you can rock forward and backward from runner's lunge to hamstring stretch, just getting nice openness through those hips. Good work. Great work. When you're ready, meeting you back in that 90-90 position. So 90 degrees with the left leg, 90 degrees with the right leg, and inhale those arms up. Good. Breathing. Good work. You can drop that right hand, get a little bit of a side stretch here. And exhale back up. Good. Now you can use your blocks here if you want to pop that knee up using your blocks, or if you'd like, you can press through your hands and use that core to lift up that back leg. Finding your balance here. Inhaling arms up into the nice little backward bend and breathing. Good. Exhale down to the front. Inhale that right arm behind you for our balance challenge. You can gaze behind you at that thumb if you like. And then close it up. Inhale, left arm behind you. And exhale to close. Good. Coming down with those hands. You can use your blocks if you like, or you can place them down onto the earth. As you step that left foot back to the right, gently pedaling those feet, coming into your downward facing dog again, finding length through those legs. Good work. All right, we're going to inhale right leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. Bend at the knee. Open up to the side wall. Get that nice side body stretch. And now we're going to take that knee, inhale it all the way to the front of our mat, just outside of our hands. So if I'm facing you, it's going to be just outside the hands here. And you're going to drop the back knee and send this knee away from you so that the weight is on the outside of this foot. And you can be on your hands. I'm going to rotate here so you can see again. Rotating away from you. It can be on your hands. It can be on your block. If you want to be on a block to be a little higher, if that feels better. It can be on your elbows if that feels better to you. You can gently put your head on a block for support if that feels good to you as well. Just breathing here. Finding that length. If you like rocking, you can do a bit of a rocking lizard here. Gentle rocking. Good. And then we're taking that knee, sending it back to its partner in table. We can do some gentle hip circles. So a hip circle is just like this, drawing small circles with the hip, and then the opposite direction. Good. We're now going to take that left leg and bring it forward into the lizard, so the outside of those hands facing you again, so you can see the outside of those hands, and send that knee away from you, bringing the weight to the outside of this foot and finding your balance, whether it's on your hands, rotating again so you can see, could be on a block, it could be down on your elbows, as you're just opening up the whole adductor muscle here, finding a lot of length, finding a lot of strength, and breathing. Good. Feels so nice. Great. All right, we're going to press ourselves back up into table, bring that knee back to its partner. Let's do some more hip circles. Draw gentle small circles into big ones, and then the opposite way. Great. Let's drop that hip down over the ankles and walk the arms forward in child's position. Finding that nice length through the back of our spine and length through the shoulders. You can reflect with gratitude for the strength building that you got to do here with your core, strength building that you got to do with your arms, and strength building through your hips. Great work today. We're going to inhale back up. If you'd like to come to a standing position or a seated position to end the practice, you can choose. I'll just end here on the ground. And we can do our 3 inhalations to end as we inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale some gratitude. Thank you so much for joining me today on Mindful Joy and Wellness. I hope that you have an amazing day.